Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to be learning about forming number patterns. And I know we love patterns. Those are a lot of fun. So this should be a really fun lesson. If you could take out your booklet that says Forming Number Patterns, Odd and Even Numbers. And that is number 2.05, and it's 1 out of 1. Finding number patterns, odds and even numbers. Okay, so the first part of the first page talks about these patterns that you're going to see here, and I'm just going to put these together and you try to figure out what the pattern is. Okay, so I have these here, and then I'm going to add more. Let's make this so you can see it a whole lot better. Okay, and then we have more here. So, and we're just trying to, our brain is conditioned to kind of make sense of things that we see and to look for patterns because it makes it easy for us to understand. But can you see a pattern developing as I move on from here? Okay. We have 3, 6, 9, 12. And what would be here? That's right, 15. And then here, that's right, 18. Because what we're doing is what are we doing here? We're plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. And we could just keep on going on and on and on and on to infinity. Just keep on adding 3. So it says on our page here how many blocks are there in the figure, and each figure has 3 more blocks than the next figure before. And 3 more than 15 is 18, because 3 plus 15 equals 18. The numbers of blocks in each figure form a pattern. And we can count on by 3s or add 3 to the next number to get the pattern. Okay, that's very good. So we're going to move on now to look at some more patterns here. And it says, and this is a number pattern. So it says 32, 42, 52. So just give yourself a moment to think about the patterns there. Okay, so what would be after 42? I mean 52, 62. What would be after 62? That's right, we would have 72. And in this case, we are counting by tens. So 32, 42, 52. Each number is 10 more than the number before. Add 10 to get the next number. So the next over here is we're counting by 100s. 950. Oh, and we're counting backwards. 950, 850, 750, 650. What's the next number? If we are going to go backwards here, we have 950, 850, 750. We're going back by minus 100, right? Minus 100. So here, that's right, minus 100 would be 650, and minus 100 would be 550. So that's kind of fun to count backwards by 100s. That just sounds really, really cool, I think. So, and then now let's move on to page 3. And we have here 108, 208, 206, 306, 304, 404, 402. Wow, that's a fun game. What is the next number in the pattern? So we'll take at the beginning here, we'll look and see. We have 108 and 208. You see here, you see 208 is 100 more. We're going to jump here by plus 100. Look at that, right? And then we see the next two numbers after 208, we have 200, after this, the next number is 206, and then we have 306. So what are we doing between 208 and 206? That's right, we are minus taking 2 away, right? And then when we go from 206 to 306, whoa, another big jump here, plus 100. So what do you think the next number will be? Here, move out Penelope Pig out of the way. 306, we go, if we're looking at our 100 plus 100 minus 2, plus 100 minus 2. You can make it a little song, plus 100 minus 2. Okay, so that would be 2, take 2 away from 306 is 304. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look for the pattern to help you solve the problem. So now let's move on. I would like you to try to work on page 4 by yourself with this guided practice, and it's just going to be looking at the patterns, and you're going to put in the missing numbers. Now we're going to learn odd and even numbers. Okay, so here we are. We have 3 counters. 1, 2, 3, right here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 1 counter left over. So we're going to stick them into these blocks here. So if we put them into groups of 2 here, we'll have 1 counter left over, right? There's 1 counter left over. Make groups of 2 using the numbers 5, 7, 9, and 11. So you're going to do just like we did here, where the groups of 2 are going to be in a circle. Okay, so if we have 5 counters here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we just make groups of 2, we're going to see right already here, look at this. We have 1 left over, right? This is 5 counters. And if we have 7 counters, we can do 1, 2, groups of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Look at that. So we group off groups of 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if we had 9, this is 7, so we add 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have another group of 2. Do you see how that works? And we can do one more set here. Let me just take this. I'll have room over here. So we have 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And we're going to group them off to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 11. You see how that works? So we cannot put 3, 5, 7, and 9. Here's 3. This is going to, we jumped ahead a little bit here, but we can't, this is the extra counter here. This is the number 5. 5, they cannot go into the groups of 2, these extra numbers, right? Without the counter being left over. So these are the odd numbers here. So the odd numbers would be over here 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. So these are your odd numbers. These are your odd numbers. Here, let's see. There we go. Good. Okay. All right. So let's turn over to the next page. We'll see here. We can use 2 counters and make groups of 2. 2, there are no counters left over. You see that? Make groups of 2 using 4, 6, 8, and 10 counters. So here they've already done it nice for you. Are there any counters left over? No. We can put 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 counters into groups of 2 with no counters left over. And that means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 are even numbers. Oh, look at here. If you look at your guided practice, you're going to see the groups of 2 counters here, right? Take a look at that page and you'll see the chart shows groups of 2 counters. Here you are. Okay, so just take a look at that page and study that. You'll see that these are the odd numbers here that are not in a group with another counter. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 are your odd numbers. And the other ones that don't have anything left over are your even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. Okay, so the first example here we have, a question we have on page 8 is circle the correct answer. 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19 are odd numbers or even numbers? That's right, they are odd numbers. And 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20 are even numbers. So you're going to complete page 8 and 9. Fill in the missing numbers of each pattern. We did patterns earlier. And then we're going to go over number 10, page 10. Fill in the missing numbers of each pattern. So they're 373, 363, 353, 343. The number that's changing is the tens place, and it's 333. So you're going to complete the rest of these. And also we're going to answer the questions on page 11 and 12. Okay. And then we have here 13, page 13. Color the cloud with the even number. So that should be fun. You'll know it's an even number because if it ends in an even number, then that means it's an even number. Okay? So 5 is an odd number, right? Because we learned the number 5, if we were to group the number 5 into even numbers here. Here we are. This is the number 5. So we have 2, 4, and this one is an odd number, the odd one out. So these are the even numbers, right? These are your even numbers, and this one here is odd. So the number 5 is an odd number. So for example, the number 805 is 5 is an odd number. So the number 805 is also an odd number. The whole number is odd. Okay? All right. So you're going to be looking for even numbers up here and odd numbers down here. And then you're going to complete page 14, 15, and then we're going to answer some other questions here. Form a number pattern with 2-digit numbers. So you're going to get to create your own number pattern. It can be anything with the 2-digit number. You can do, just like we did the 100 minus 100 plus 2 or whatever that pattern was, you can do a pattern, for example, it can be, your pattern can be plus 2 minus 3. So you can start off with a 2-digit number, like, let's do an easy one, like 20. And we're going to add 2, right? Plus 2 is 22. And then we're going to take away 3. So we know that it's going to be 19. Okay? So we'll have 2 evens and 1 odd number, right? And then we're going to, again, we're going to plus 2 is 21, and then so on. So you just form your own pattern. It doesn't have to be that one, but you're just going to make your own pattern up. And then you're going to complete the rest of the questions here. You should be pretty well set with those, and we'll talk about them more during our session anyway. But you're going to look at this pattern here, and then are the numbers that are added even or odd? So you're going to decide whether or not these numbers that are added are even or odd. Okay? And then your page 19. Think of any 3-digit number and write it in the blank and describe your number using pictures. That should be a lot of fun. And it's always fun when you can draw pictures. And then you're going to complete page 20. How many hundreds, tens, and ones are there in your number? So you're going to create a number, and then you'll answer the questions here to the number you created. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.